Today's video is going to be a little rushed because it's getting dark, and that's actually a good thing because today's video is going to be about Baja Designs light. So I'm going to replace this fantastic LED unit, which for a dual sport is a really good light. It's bright, it's a nice cool color. It's kind of bluish, it's not that horrible yellow orange crap, but it also has what I hate most about any headlight is the hot and cold spots. Drives me insane. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. I know I'm weird. That's one of the reasons I'm weird. Over here on the Taco, I have bug infested, but there they are. I have Baja lights on that, and I gotta say that the light that thing gives off is amazing. It's really nice. There's no hot spots, there's no cold spots, it's just nice, even light. So I'm hoping that the Baja Designs kit will do the same for me. So there it is, and this one for the CRF450L has a high beam and a low beam, and the low beam, it's probably not going to show up on the video very well. The low beam aims down a little bit more than the high beam. My biggest concern, and I'm going to do this without knowing because nobody else has done a video on it, is will it keep the bike street legal? Right? So usually when you have your low beams on from, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 feet, your low beams come up to 3 feet or so. Basically, you're hitting the trunk of the car in front of you. You're not blinding the driver. And I'm kind of worried that this is just going to flood everybody and everything with light. And if it does that, then we're going to try to figure out how to fix that. In the meantime, see if I can get this set up. We're going to do a really quick install. Like I said, the light is kind of fading on us right now. So back to the instructions. You saw the light comes in this little box. We got the instructions. All right, Baja Designs Squadron Pro S2 Sport. Tools require 10mm wrench. Well, right there you go. We're screwed already. Let's see if we can make that happen before it gets too dark to see what's happening. No promises. There are never any promises in John's world. All right. You know how this works. Step one. Say it with me. Ooh, I hope I didn't break it. Okay. You lift it up until those pins pop out of these grommets. Once that's free, this is what it looks like in the back. And we're going to pop this guy loose. There we go. Oop, what are we hung up on? There we go. Okay, so there's the back of your headlight. There we go. And there's our headlight plug. Right? Okay, that's off. So we'll take these guys off. Okay. There's the tilt adjuster screw. Okay, now a little spring back there. Right, don't lose that. Okay, take that off. There's the other side. There's one side. Yep. And then it just goes in here. You take this guy there. Put your spring on, put a nut on, that. This goes here. All right, now we're going to take all this stuff over to the bike. Okay. The white wire goes to the Squadron, which is the big one, which, as far as I can tell, is this one. You just have to look how it's routed. This should go to this, and that. This is your main plug, which goes back into here. If I can peel it back far enough. So now it's just a matter of putting everything back together, which is basically those two pins go down in those two grommets. And I'm going to have to put the camera down here for a second. There we go. And there we go. That was relatively painless. The grommets you have to put in are right underneath here, and they'll go in if you yell at them a lot. Okay, I'm going to clean up some of the wiring. Right, I still got that. I still got this guy. I'm going to zip tie him back here, and then I'm going to get these lights close. So that'll be next. There she is installed. You can see the Squadron and the S2. Be interested if I throw like a Batman signal out in front of me with this cutout. I've got them adjusted about as well as I can, considering how bright it is out, how still daylight. So there's the little S2, and there's the beam. Obviously we're going for a ride on this thing in the night here in a second. All right, there's the high beams. High beams, in case you're wondering what high beams look like. Okay. The installation was super easy. There were a couple pain in the ass parts, but that's kind of part of every project as far as I can tell. They look badass. I guess I'll be putting my old headlight up on eBay or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll hang on to it in case those things ever blow up. All right, so we still got some daylight out. So give it another hour. I'm going to go make myself a cheeseburger or something. And yeah, we'll go for a ride. get over closer to the traffic. So that's like 5 cars I just passed with my high beams on and nobody flashed me. I'm not saying that I'm not blinding them. I'm just saying that I'm not blinding them enough to piss them off to flash at me. I don't know what I'm saying. So this ride is a double experiment. The main experiment is to figure out if my lights are too bright or aimed too high. Right now they are as high as they'll go. They're projecting out as far as I can make it. Anything else seemed to be like it was hitting the ground right in front of the headlights. Or I'm sorry, it was like it was hitting the ground right in front of the bike. So that's our main experiment tonight. The other experiment is I've actually got a recorder strapped to the back of my Django GoPro mount. So I'm like talking right into my recorder. Right, let's not blind anybody. I'm talking right into the back of, yeah, I'm talking right into my recorder, and it's really close to my face. I think it's too close, and it doesn't have like a foam on it or anything, so I'm afraid I'm going to sound weird. From the salt, and to me, a huge part of these lights, I mean, I understand they're, you know, it's Baja, so they're designed for off-road, but this is a dual sport, dual purpose bike. It's got to be able to ride on the road legally or semi-legally. So if the lights were too bright or aimed up too high and were blinding other drivers, etc., then I don't know, I'd have to figure something out. And there's nobody in town. It's kind of bumming me out. I need to pull up behind a car and just see exactly how high my lights are hitting, I think. We'll give that a try. See if I can... Oh, here's some traffic. Just speed up a little bit to catch up to these guys. I've got a lot of people in Colorado are super cautious about riding their motorcycles at night, because if you're not hitting a deer, you're hitting an elk, and if you're not hitting an elk, you're hitting a bear, and if you're not hitting a bear, you're hitting a coyote. It's just all the... shoot, I got nobody. Let's try this again. All the critters just come out everywhere, and of course, Colorado's an open range state, which means unless you close something off, the animals are allowed to wander freely, and that includes cows and horses. So the rule is if you don't want animals on your road, you have to fence them out. Okay, here's the shield open. I don't know if that makes a difference to how I sound. Well, at least we'll get this experiment done. We'll figure out if I need to add some foam to this microphone, or if I need to do something completely different. The other experiment of blinding people is failing wonderfully. Right? I really want this to work. These lights are anywhere from $340 to $380, depending on where you buy them from. I got mine directly from Baja Designs. And if they didn't work, I would cry. But so far I'm really amazed. Nobody seems to be bothered by my headlights. If you look, I don't know if it shows up on the camera or not, the S2 has like a wide angle and a spot in it. And the wide angle is almost, you know what, I should pull over and show you guys this. Man, there's nobody in town. The wide angle is almost like it puts out this really dim but far-reaching light. That's a weird way to explain it, but it really lights everything up just a little bit. And then the spot is the one that's obvious. The spot you can definitely see when I hit the brakes. It's that really bright spot on the ground. I almost wish they put 2 spots in this thing, and I'm wondering if you can't change it. So after having ridden around with this, is it worth the money? Hell yes.